Whoa, kitty, run. Goat attack. Well, good morning, guys. We're heading out early. The sun's barely up. I don't even know if you guys can see me all that well. But we're coming out to check on the baby goat. We got some new camera gear, so you guys are going to be riding up on top of my head. So welcome to 6 foot 9 inches tall. You guys are going to be up there watching, but we're going to go in and check on this little new goat that we just had here on the farm. Here he is. Looks like he's doing good. What's up, buddy? Mama taking care of you? So this goat, the last night has actually been inside. He didn't nurse, and so he got weak. Well, guys, we're out here just hanging out with the goats. It is cold. It was cold this morning. When this little baby was born into the world, it was a pretty nice day. These dogs. Hey, hey, hey. Knock it off. Yeah, go to work. Go. So when this baby was born, you know, there's a lot going on. We got it birthed into the world. You guys saw that, and then I told you that we went out to go get some hay. Came back, you know, built this shelter. We put up a new tarp over the top of this shelter. The shelter's not done, so we put a fresh tarp up there to help fight off the weather, the rain and stuff, which we shouldn't be getting too much more here anyway. But just to help to improve the shelter. Well, we made a big mistake. I made a big mistake. I forgot to check Mom, there's nipples to make sure that she was milking, and for some reason she didn't on her own. And yesterday morning I had come out and the baby was laying down, but it was laying down in a way that goats usually don't lay down. It was laying flat, you know, so I grabbed it. Luckily it was still alive. But it was very weak. You can tell it was sick. We brought it inside, warmed it up. I kind of thought maybe it was just the cold. It was in hay, and it was in this little cubby here, all the way to the back. You know, and Mom had been laying on it throughout the night. I woke up in the middle of the night, checked on it, and Mom was laying with it, and it was sitting up, and it was doing fine. So that following morning I brought it inside, put it by the fire, wrapped it in a blanket. I was holding it, and it was just having a hard time picking up its head on its own. You can tell it was sickly. So I came out and instantly checked Mom to see if she was milking, and she hadn't started milking yet. So I wound up milking her, and her colostrum was so thick it was like a paste. So the kid just wasn't able to nurse, wasn't able to get it out. So we grabbed Mom, brought her inside, tried to get her to nurse in by the fire, and she wouldn't. So we milked her into a bowl, and her colostrum was so thick. I mean, it was like butter. It was really thick stuff. We were able to syringe it out of the bowl, put it in the baby's mouth, gave it a few syringes of that, put Mom back outside. Hey, keep it down. But we just watched her throughout the day, or him, guys. It's a little buck, a little buckling. It's the first boy goat we've had born on this farm. our buck goat, who has gotten, he's fathered everything out here, has had girls. Every single offspring he's produced has been a female, which is cool. So this is our first little buckling on the farm. But we just watched him throughout the day, continued to go out and nurse her, milk her into a bowl, syringe it, and put it into his mouth. We would try to bring him out to nurse, but he was just too weak. So we kind of thought we were going to lose him. And unfortunately just made the mistake of not checking Mom to see if she was producing milk, to see if he was getting any milk. We watched him try to nurse, and we just didn't double check. So if you guys are out there, you're new to goats, you have a baby, make sure that you check Mama, get some milk flowing, and then don't just assume that if the baby's nursing that he's actually getting anything, or they're actually getting any sort of milk. Make sure you check, and a lot of times you can look on their lips and you'll kind of see it, pulling up in the crotch of their mouth there. So it shows you that they've gotten milk in their mouth and that they are feeding. But this little one's milk was so thick, her colostrum was so thick that it wasn't coming out well. So once we got it out, got it going, we gave this little guy a couple shots. We even gave him a shot of maple syrup, just a little bit under the tongue, to kind of shock his system and give him energy. And that was a pretty quick, that was like a 15-minute response time, and he was trying to stand up inside, and you could tell he was still just a little lethargic, but he was trying to stand up on his own. So that was a good sign. We knew that it was just important for him to start nursing. So that's kind of what yesterday was just sitting around nursing this little guy, making sure that he's feeding, keeping him alive, keeping him warm. And then last night we brought him out, and it was cold last night. It got really cold, so I was nervous about bringing him out, but he needs to get used to the cold. One of the things that we always try to do is really acclimate our animals to the weather. So bringing him in and having him by the fire is kind of dangerous to his ability to adapt to the cold. If he's born in the cold, gets used to the cold, exists in the cold, he's going to be good, and it's going to make him a stronger livestock for it. But we had him in by the fire just to keep him alive, got him out here, and it was cold, but we're checking him now, and as you guys see, he's doing good this morning. He's standing. And so I'm sure that means that Mama's been nursing, because he was too weak to stand yesterday when we had come out. So he's standing up now, and he's hanging out by Mama. So you guys can see I've got colostrum all over my sweatshirt from nursing this little guy, and him drooling all over my sweatshirt yesterday. It was pretty cool to be able to just kind of sit by the fire and hold him. What do you want, cat? Just sit by the fire and hold him. And take care of an animal. It's fun to do once in a while. It's kind of scary to have to do. You don't want to lose them, especially I feel like I made the mistake in not checking, which didn't get him going on nursing. So you don't want to lose them due to your own mistakes. Hi, Dixie. No. So guys, that's the update on the little buckling here. He's doing good. Just 2 days old now. 3 days old, 2 days old, 2.5 days, whatever. But he's doing well. Mama's doing well. Now our other goat that is in here, that was in here when we first walked in here, I don't know where she's at right now. Come to say hi. Scarlett's in here hanging out, getting some grain. Get your booty out of my face, cat. Alright guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Dixie. Quit. With them horns, buddy.